Getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this ain't literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Little tune, flow sinister.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Lance now on first down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on first down is Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Lance, he'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Smith catches left side. Touchdown 49ers. Jonnu Smith from 17 yards out. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team has scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On play action, Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards.
And the 49ers have moved out in front.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help their...
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and the first.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fighting through, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Fields now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Lance going to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Lance to throw it. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, Fields. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Lance now on 1st down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 29, Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Well, Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 after a 48-yard run.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw is Fields. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, 33 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair Wildcat signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Lance now on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Fields on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 4th down, Fields. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes. They're in. That'll be a 1st down.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the 1st down line first and foremost to stop him there. And they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fields. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to get the lead up to 4. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Short gain the last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
All eyes on Fields.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Fields.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Back to throw, Fields.
Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. He's back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The CD always a little extra.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly.